What's going on, guys? All muscle. Getting back into it. Anyways, wanted to show you what I'm working on today. This Gbody that I've been working on here off and on. It's kind of come a long way since I've actually posted anything on it. But right now, we're working on the steering, and as you can see, we've already done suspension work here, brake work. Let me get this out of here, actually. Get this flashlight out of the way, too. Yeah. But anyways, let's get back on this. The steering, crucial component, obviously, of a rebuild. So we're gonna dive right into it. And the first thing that we did is order all the parts. This here is the original gearbox, the steering gearbox, and then you've got the arm there. Now, I've already removed everything, so I'm going to take you over here and show you all the parts and part numbers, all that good stuff, in case you guys are doing this to your vehicle. So we opted for this gearbox from CPP. It's a quick ratio, and so far, to tell you the truth, this is the 500 series. Let me get a part number on that. This is a CP 5004. So this is basically your 78 to 88 Gbody, and then I believe it might fit on other vehicles as well, but don't quote me on that. Anyways, it came in this box here from CPP, and so far I want to say that I don't particularly care for the unit, just as far as looks goes. It's advertised and it looks like it has this piece on it, and it looks like almost like as if it's built that way, but in fact, this polished aluminum piece, or this brushed aluminum piece, comes in this box, and just the quality on it just seems super Chinese to me, so that's why I didn't like it. But this piece comes in this box, and you have to install that by taking out these 4 bolts. I believe these were 11/16 or maybe 16 millimeter, but you take those out, and they supply you with the stainless hardware here, and it just didn't seem high quality. I don't know. We'll see how it performs, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if you guys know about this steering box, talk about it down below, and let me know, what you guys thought about it. If anybody's been running this one or has ran it and likes it, let me know. All right, so moving on. So I ended up mostly getting a bunch of Pro Forge stuff. So I'll go over this here. This is the original. This is all the original stuff here. You got the center link. You got the inner and outer tie rods there with the sleeve. Not too good looking there. But all this stuff is just tired, guys. It's old. You don't want to get rid of it and tighten up that steering, especially if you're adding horsepower to the car and doing some modifications and upgrades. So going back to this, you got your outer tie rod here, tie rod sleeve, inner, and then your center link. So what I did basically first off is I pretty much took the distance from here to here and matched it up on my tie rods here and here on both sides. The center link doesn't change. It's a solid piece. You don't have to worry about that. And all this stuff's going to end up probably changing. I just want to get it as close to what it was in the car as possible, because we're going to need an alignment on that car first thing, just because I've went ahead and changed the upper and lower control arms, the springs, it's lowered a little bit. So this mock-up here is just going to be something to get me on the road. So if you are just doing a stock application and just swapping out these parts, this should get you pretty damn close as well. For me, it's probably going to be way off, and I'm anticipating that, but I just want to get somewhere in the ballpark, hopefully, with that until I get it aligned. So here, let's start off with this here. This is the center link. I ended up getting all this Pro Forge stuff. I never used it before. I did. I've always used Moog stuff, and Moog's always been pretty cool, but what sold me on this is this coating. A lot of times when I get the Moog stuff, it's just bare steel, and then you look under there. This they call this an E coating. So this is supposed to be a really nice coating, a really nice finish that basically doesn't rust up on you. So that'd be nice to have. The Moog stuff, like I said, it works great. I love it. It's American, and it served me well in the past. So, but I wanted to check out this E-coated stuff from ProForged. So the part number on the center link for the Gbodies is 106-10-071. So that's the center link there. I opted for the AC Delco. This is the idler arm. Let's take a look at these idler arms here. So here's my original. Pretty spent, pretty tired, pretty crusty, a bunch of grease, loose. This is the AC Delco. It has a nice little coating on this here. No coating up top on the arm that meets the frame, but this lower arm here that meets the steering is actually coated. And the reason I opted for the AC Delco was nothing in particular. The only reason I did was because AC Delco is a trusted name, obviously, for GM vehicles, and the ProForge for some reason was on a 6-week back order and I couldn't get it. So I don't know if that's just in my area or whatnot. But anyways, the ProForge is obviously going to be a different part number. But for you guys that are going to use this one, this is the GM part number. So it's 8891 1336, and then I believe the Delco part number is here, and you're at 45C1082 on that. So that's a good. I mean, it's going to be a good solid factory arm. I'm expecting a good quality unit out of that, so I'm not worried about that. I just was kind of unhappy to find out that I had to wait 6 weeks on the ProForge, so we just skipped out on that and wanted to get this done. So anyways, here we are. Okay, so there's the inner and outer tie rods. There's going to be one slight difference on them. That's going to put them right off the bat. You're going to be able to tell them apart. The inner tie rod is going to have the Zerk grease fitting on the inside here on this lip, and the outer one is going to have it down here at the bottom. So that's how you can tell them apart right off the bat. Let me get you the part number. Hopefully I wrote it down because there's two, obviously. Two part numbers. I wrote it down somewhere. Now I can't remember what I put the paper, but I believe the 19 part number, this one here, the 104-10-019, this is the outer tie rod, and to go to the inner tie rod, you're going to want the same part number basically, but instead of a 19 at the end, it's a 20. So 104-10-020 on that. So we're gonna go ahead and put this off. There we go. We got one item here. This little steering arm. Now this little sucker was expensive. I think they're like 80 bucks or 70 bucks. I can't remember exactly, but this is the ProForge part number 103-10-055, and this basically is your steering arm that comes down off of the actual gearbox. So this will sit in here right at the base here, and that'll perform basically the input, whatever input you give it comes through the steering shaft to the box, to the arm there, and then everything else moves as a result of that. So anyways, that's the complete front end kit here. I guess it's not really a kit. I just put it all together. It didn't come that way. I don't know. I think ProForge actually, matter of fact, does have a kit that comes all inclusive with everything that you see here. This video is not actually sponsored by ProForge in any way. I just happened to see their product and I wanted to try it, and I wanted to take a look at this. So far, this e-coating feels really nice. It seems pretty sturdy and solid, so I like it so far. And then right now we're just basically gonna wait to see how it performs, and then I'll know for sure if I'll use them again. But nothing here is sponsored, guys. AC Delco, none of this CPP, none of this. I do all this on my own. I don't really have any sponsors like that. So also these I actually forgot to mention these. These are the tie rod sleeves. If you can see, this is a solid sleeve, which is really nice, versus this ugly crap here that's probably got a bunch of movement and play and not so rigid. But anyways, this here is going to solve some problems, and this came as a part of the suspension kit that I got from Hotchkiss, and the complete suspension kit was I don't know, closer to 4,000. So that was all included in that, and then that didn't come with anything here. So we're going to use it all up and get it all done real quick, guys. This here, if you happen to look over and see some of this welding here, and we're like, what the hell is that? Yeah, this is our me and my son's first attempt at TIG welding aluminum. Some of the areas here we did okay, but I ended up with a Miller Dynasty 280. It's a pretty badass machine, and now I have the capability for aluminum. I haven't had that. I run everything I run is Miller. I have plasma cutters from them. I also run their 251 MIG welder, and I run their welder from the 141 series, which is basically just a small MIG welder as well when I don't want to pull out the big boy. But we did much better on the steel. I thought the steel, we were doing DC on the steel, and we're still learning. Like I said, this is our very first attempt at MIG. TIG, and obviously the aluminum shit. We were putting a bunch of heat in it, and sometimes we could. I think we had a lot of problems with dirt. We didn't have any acetone, and weren't able to clean up the parts as good as we'd like. We kind of Scotch-Brited them and scuffed them up in the areas that we wanted to do. But I think we were pulling a lot of nasty shit out of it. So we're gonna try that again, and we're gonna just keep practicing, because that is definitely something, or a skill that I'd like to possess. I'm pretty good at MIG and steel, don't get me wrong, but TIG, and this is my first attempt, and we did some stuff here that was okay, and we put a bunch of stuff together. So anyways, that's just off topic, but let me show you this. This is the machine. The machine is actually a pretty badass machine. I don't have a cart for it, so I had to put it back in the box, but this is the Dynasty 210 DX. And this thing didn't hesitate to weld anything I put at it. So, and I end up with the wireless pedal too. The wireless pedal is pretty badass. Just because when you're welding, you have your leads from your torch, your ground, and then you might have a light. You might have another cord here for backup electrical for something else, like a grinder or whatever. And then just having one less wire or cable was pretty cool. They're damn expensive though. That thing was like $700. So, and it comes with this control. This is the little pickup for it that goes in the welder. But they're, like I said, they're pretty damn expensive. But they're definitely nice to have, and I really like it. Again, nothing here was sponsored. This is all just me doing the damn thing. So, anyways, guys, I hope this. If you guys are doing a Gbody front end kit here, steering kit, or trying to get your steering back on par. Get it back on the road, get some performance out of it. I don't know, like I said, this is, so far what I like about this Pro 4 stuff is the coating. It looks pretty sturdy, it looks pretty solid. A lot of the movement on the joints here was pretty firm and solid. So I'm expecting good, and a lot of the reviews that I read about it, everybody loved it. So hopefully everything goes good with that. And I'm just questioning this box. I'm wondering the quality of this box. I haven't heard too much about this box, but when they sell it, they picture it just like this, and from the pictures, you kind of get you kind of get the hint or the notion that it's built around this aluminum type casing or whatever. And I just I don't know. I didn't seem like I understood what I was buying, or they misled or something. I don't want to say they misled, but from what I thought, I thought I was getting something different than what I actually got. So unless that thing performs like a badass and it's just dope, I don't know what else to say about that. But we'll find out soon enough once we get it on the road. But anyways, I haven't done any videos on the Gbody, but we did a lot of stuff. I'm gonna try to post some, because I took a lot of video, but I haven't posted anything. Let me show you quickly under here. We did a Ford 9-inch. Not too good of a lighting under there, but you can see we did a Ford 9-inch. There's a complete Hotchkiss suspension kit down under here already, and this 9-inch was built with the Eaton differential. We got a true track in there, and what else? We put 325 gears in there, and we just built it from scratch. Really, I bought the housing from the from somebody on Craigslist and ended up just tearing it all down and putting it together. But I think I got some video on that, and if I can get that up and get it all put together, because it's chopped up, so I got to put a couple of videos together and make it all work out. But anyways, we're gonna try to put that. I'd like to have put those up before, since I did the job before, but I think I'm gonna put this one up because it's just gonna be a single video. It's not gonna be too hard. I might just put that up and let you guys check that out. But yeah, we already started by cleaning up the frame here, and we're gonna put the gearbox on probably first, and then we're gonna get after it. But as you can see, the car's probably come a long way since the last time you guys seen it, and it still has a long way to go. But currently I have a custom drive shaft getting built, aluminum drive shaft. I'll get into that probably on the next video. But anyways, that's it for now. You guys, I kind of rambled on this one. It's a little bit longer of a video, but hey, you guys check it out. Let me know what you think. Any questions, drop them down below. And you guys be safe, be cool, and I'll see you on the next one.